Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Saturday, we've made it through another week and we're going to take a trip to South America today, to the eastern coast of Brazil. Not that there are many other coasts to go for with Brazil. And this is right about on, well, if you imagine as the coast of Brazil being a woman's bosom, this is very close to the nipple. Very close to the easternmost point of Brazil. It's a real life location, but the networking is a little bit of creative license to make it slightly more playable in terms of gameplay. If you want to do it as a real life recreation, you'll have to do a little bit of deleting and starting again. But I think it should be actually pretty good for a good standard game, this one. So let's settle down, put your feet up, get yourself a cup of coffee. We're going to do a little fly through. But first of all, one little job for you to do for me. That's right, bringing me a cup of coffee really will support the channel, get me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for hitting the like button. Today's map is Maceió Vanilla Map by Alva. Okay, Maceió, I have double checked. If I've got the pronunciation wrong, then blame the internet. There's your start square. There's your highway coming in with a little river running right the way through that one. There's your terrain heights. It's pretty flat throughout. There are some hills, but they are workable. No problem with that at all. The resources are centered on the 25 tiles, so 25 tile game. Must think of that while we're reviewing it. And then off to the fishing. Looks like this. I can't get excited about the fishing, but I know a few of you do, so lovely. Off to the workshop. I've already said vanilla map, so it is a vanilla map. Nothing is required. We'll be using the vanilla tropical theme. It does say here to use the vanilla tropical LUT. I forgot to change LUTs. So we are in a realistic 1.2 mode. I won't be showing you what it looks like in vanilla tropical because it's a vanilla tropical is fine. It's okay. It's not going to be any better than what we see here. So there we are. Okay, right. So highways. Can't really moan about the highways. There's really not too much to moan about with today's map. Apart from it's not an accurate representation of where we're after, which is covered in the description, so I can't mark it down for that one. If you want to play a direct representation, then you're going to have to downgrade your roads. Because this is not one of your big cities. This isn't a London. This isn't a New York. It's just a decent sized town in a what is it? I mean, Brazil's a developing. I was going to say it's a second world nation. It's not really. It's a developing nation, isn't it? Certainly, vastly from where they were not so long back. And a great nation for soccer. I mean, love me football. I'm from England, so do love me football. And over the years, the number of true footballing greats to have come from Brazil, I mean, it's countless. It's absolutely countless. I mean, where do you start? You've got your Pelés. I'm thinking Bebeto. Oh, Bebeto. Was it the '94 World Cup where he scored that great goal and he was a new father and. That goal celebration was just so memorable. And there are so many. I mean, I'm not mentioning any. Anyway, let's. This is your first intersection. It looks like a vanilla wishbone tweaked, and it's been tweaked really well indeed. Look at these ramps. Look at these ramps. Smooth as silk. I like these. Tiny little bit of terrain misalignment at the bottom here. But other than that, that is a really good take. Got no clipping street lamps. It's excellent work. It's excellent work. It's a map with lots of good work in it without being completely splashed with amazing work that blows and takes away from the map. It is what it is, this map. It really is what it is. Where were we? Oh yeah, Brazil. What else have we got in Brazil? We have Copacabana and carnivals and ladies in their underwear dancing in the street. That's it, I've gone. Rail over road, it's okay. It's not the prettiest, but it's okay. What more have we got in Brazil? Oh, the Amazon. The Amazon. This is quite away from the Amazon, quite a way south, I do believe, from the Amazon, the mouth of. I'm just looking for the word, the basin or whatever. But anyway, yeah, what more have we got from Brazil? We've got nuts. Oh, we've got Brazil nuts, yeah. Concentrate on the map, BonBon. Sorry, I've gone. It's been a long week, okay? It's been a very long week. And this is a map where there's not too much to say. Although we could point out that this is a lovely custom cloverleaf. But let me show you the real life intersection at this point. It is just a, well, it's a junction. And so it's not exactly matched up, and if we match this up like for like, we'd be complaining about traffic flow and stuff. So anyway, it's been primed for gameplay, and that's all I can say really. And we're into the start square, which is roundabouts here somewhere. And down here we have some assets of the day, the quirky assets of the day. These are the water surface props by Pekora. You can use these to like swimming pools and fountains and stuff. A lot of fun to be had with these. They don't look great as a little flyover like this, but very useful. If only I could think of a use for them. Factoids because factoids. Here's one that dates the book again. The first Academy Awards, or Oscars, were presented on the 16th of May, today's date, the 16th of May in 1929. At the time of print, I don't know if it's been changed, the most successful person in the history of the awards was undoubtedly Walt Disney. Might well still be, you know. Between 1931 and 1969, he collected 35 Oscars. 35! That's 35 more than me. I don't think this show's going to be getting any Oscars anytime soon. Anyway, water surface prop by Pekora. That is a very useful little prop. Like I say, if only we could think of a direct use in this show, it'd be helpful. I very nearly started putting together like a prop swimming pool or something, and it just was more effort than I thought it was worth. I think you can just use your imagination as to the many multiple uses for those, especially with, like I say, the procedural objects mod, which I'm still working on the tutorial, hoping that's going to be out on Sunday afternoon. It's 3/4 made, but I hit a couple of technical issues, not with the mod, but with my my creativity. I just wasn't happy with the end product, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of re-recording. It just didn't flow properly. I got the message across, but you'll see. It'll be out on Sunday, touch wood, almost definitely. Do some more work on it after I've finished recording this. Little suspension bridge over here. This bridge does exist. It's not a suspension bridge in real life, but it does exist. It's one of the few parts of the map that I feel is probably almost definitely about right in terms of where the roads go. Again, is it a highway? No, it's not. It's not. It's just like a national road or something. Anyway, off to the edge of the map and the fog, and we do have a rail, and we're not looking at all of the networking on this map. There is reasonably extensive networking on this map. If there is rail in Maceió, there isn't rail here. Okay, this bridge is a little bit on the ugly side, but we are deep in fog, and we are talking about a 25 tile map based on the placing of the resources, so it's probably not a big problem. But yes, there is no rail that I can see that runs across here, but again, it's in terms of gameplay, it adds something. And if this map wasn't called Maceió and was called anything else, Sandy Beach by the sea or something like that, then I wouldn't be grumbling about placement of the rail or the roads or mentioning it at all. It would just be a generic map, and to be honest with you, quite a nice shape. The topography on this one, in terms of the shape of it, to build a creative city, I think is kind of quite good. Kind of quite good. Yeah, I'm going with quite good, yeah. The rail is fine. There's nothing particularly horrible about it. Maybe some of the bridges might be a little bit more uppy-downy than we'd normally like. And there was a little bit, I couldn't find it on this little fly-through, but there's a tiny little bit of rail glitching where two lines came together Again, it's very minor stuff, and it didn't really feel. I didn't feel that I had to go and find it to show it to you. It wasn't that exciting, so we'll just carry on this route. In fact, like I say, there are lines across the map. We're kind of sticking across on the western side of the map here. Well, technically, it'd be the southern side of the map. Flipping it around in my head. Yeah, this is technically the southern side of the map. I don't know which way the sun goes on this particular map though, but in terms of real life, it goes. This is the interesting route because we have some rocks. There is also the Park Life glory hole somewhere. We won't be taking a look at that either because again, I don't feel it adds anything to the map. It's not really going to give me any talking points either. Right, moving now towards the fog, towards the edge, which means we'll take the intermission. We'll come back. We'll do the shipping. Do you reckon there'll be shipping on this map? There ought to be, hadn't there, really? It's the Atlantic coast. And then, after that, do some water flow. Okay, see you in a moment.
Want to add a custom hedge maze to your park, but don't have the time to build one? Why not try BonBonB's modular hedge maze set? This guide will show you how to select and use the right units. Click the information button below.
And so back to Maceió Vanilla Map by Alva. And we have shipping routes. You'd expect there to be shipping routes, and there is. And they've got these nice little curvy shipping lines to keep everything from doing right angle turns or acute turns. I can't moan about this at all. There's nothing to talk about really with it because it is, I'm going to say, adequate. I mean, it's not outstanding, but then there's shipping lines. What can you say? You can't. How outstanding can the shipping line be? Anyway, we've seen that now. Water flow. Now, if anything, my only real major grumble about the map might be with the water flow. This is your main water source here. Yay, if we could build water towers and custom assets and stuff like that. But if you require pumping, that is what you're working with. It's a little bit light. Just a little bit. Okay, map as a whole, I love the shape of it. I love that big old lake. Was it more of an inlet, I guess, than a lake there? And this is your city. The actual real life city is across here, and then up the side. In fact, you can make it out. These like deforested areas is where the city is in real life, and it could be a lot of fun. I feel to actually have a go at just making your own build on this. I think it's just an interesting shape. And people of Maceió have taken their own real life creation, and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And anyway, we've got river. It's not a very, not a very strong river. It's not a very scenic river in the game, but then it's adequate. It's adequate for what we're looking for. We have docks with everybody's favourite factories right there, and yeah, clean and tidy. Very clean and tidy. We haven't got any pre-built keys put down, which is something that you'll have to do, and that's completely up to you. We've got some rocks out here in the bay, and just a little bit of nice detailing. And somewhere out here we have got, you can probably make it out, yep, it's the Essential Lighthouse. Ah, this in red, how lovely. Let me show you how you would moor up your boat. You moor up your boat over here. This is quite neatly done, right? You moor up your boat on this ramshackle old jetty, and you walk up and let yourself and make your way across here. But look, we've got the old water glitching issue, and there's not really much that the creator could have done about that because of the way that the vanilla water works. But it has dawned on me, we've still got these water props down here. So I'm going to completely haphazardly grab one of those and just see if we do something over here with them. See if we can fill in that gap. Again, this is just for this. If you go and grab the map, you will have the same problem. Oh, we are elevated a little bit too. If I grab it, oh, it's like UFOs. They're like UFOs, guys. Hang on, let me get rid of one of them. We only want one of them now. And I'm just going to lower this down, and where are we? I'm not really selected the lighthouse there. Just, how big is that? Maybe I should have picked one of the bigger ones. Maybe. But it is in there. Let me copy it and double one over here. And, well, yeah, it's kind of working. I could probably do with another one, actually. Paste that one in over there. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. So I'll fix the map. I'll fix the map. See, found a use for those water props. Hurrah. Very nice indeed. Very nice. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. But again, it's not my vote. It's your vote. Aesthetically, it's okay actually. I as a top-down overview, I really like it. I like the shape of the map. It is very vanilla, and it does feel very vanilla. And of course, when you've got the actual tropical LUT on here, I think it'll look even more vanilla. But I think it's a good, strong 3-star map with potential to be much better, much better. But 3 stars is a pass mark, and I'm happy with that. Detailing is pretty good. There's nothing really to mark it down on. There's very little to mark it up on as well. And I would have quite liked to have seen the highways and everything to have matched up with real life. But I'm still going to give it a good, strong 3 stars. Again, a strong 3 stars. Gameplay potential, I would have gone 4 stars for this, but I feel we need a little bit more water in the start square. Only thing holding it back for me is that. So again, I'm going good, strong 3 stars for gameplay. Maceió, a vanilla map by Alva. 3 stars across the board. Some people might look at that as a fail. I look at that as a pass mark. That's a pass mark. I would play on 3 stars across the board quite happily. And if every map on the workshop was 3 stars across the board, we would have a wealth of amazing... You could just grab any map and you could play any map and you'd be happy. Doesn't all have to be 4 stars and 5 stars. Yeah, 3 stars across the board, really good. Good work, Alva. Well done. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the Steam Weekly Chart Show, and hopefully, with any luck, in the evening, we'll have the procedural object tutorial as well. There.